A strange phenomenon of huge plasma tubes above our Earth has been confirmed, and a 60-year-old theory about the structure of the magnetic fields surrounding Earth has been directly confirmed for the first time. The paper's lead author is an undergraduate student devising a way to see the Earth's magnetosphere in 3 dimensions. Isn't that something? Obviously, this probably has something to do with the ley lines of our Earth, because the ancients knew where the magnetic forces were on the Earth. That's where they built their temples. And they claimed, from one of the videos I posted just a few days ago, there are dead zones and there are zones that make things alive. And where they built their temples was for healing as well. And that's why they had columns. The columns had holes inside. They used to pour lead inside the holes, and the holes would then go towards the Earth. And the magnetism would go from the Earth through the lead. And the people that would come and walk through the temple columns, or even lean on the columns, would have benefit for their health benefits. So this is something new, isn't it? So the 60-year-old theory, the structures of the magnetic field surrounding our Earth, has been confirmed for the first time. The lead author, undergraduate student, devised a way to see the Earth's magnetosphere in 3 dimensions. It's amazing. And he demonstrates it with huge plasma tubes. The sun emits a steady stream of charged particles that are supplemented by cosmic rays from sources such as supernova. And as these particles approach our Earth, their path is altered by the Earth's magnetic field, which reflects some of them and deflects some of them poleward, resulting in phenomena such as the Northern Lights. This region, known as the magnetosphere, includes the ionosphere and plasmasphere as its inner layers, and those are distinctions aside, but we don't know that much about the structure of these areas. A better understanding would be useful because the ionosphere interferes with satellite navigation systems and images taken by radio telescopes. During work at the University of Sydney, Cleo Loy realized she could use the Murchison Wide Field Array, MWA, radio telescope to examine these regions in a way that had never been done before, leading to an article in the journal Geophysical Research Letters. MWA is a precursor to the Square Kilometer Array, SKA, transferring radio astronomy, and it consists of 128 antennae spanning 3 kilometers. Loy suggested that by splitting the observations between those coming from the east and west ends of the array, she could achieve something equivalent to binocular vision, allowing us to see in 3 dimensions. For MWA's usual astronomical work, the 3 kilometer starting point does not give the parallax needed to see deep, but the situation is very different when looking close to Earth. Loy detected a series of high and low density plasma tubes connecting the ionosphere and plasmasphere running parallel to the magnetic field. Loy said, "We measured their position. They're about 600 kilometers above the ground in the upper ionosphere, and they seem to continue upwards into the plasmasphere. That's about where the neutral atmosphere ends and we go into space plasma. The tubes move slowly over time, so the results change and we get interference in the telescopes and new adjustments have to be made," she said. Loy said that while some are narrowly limited to what happens in the ionosphere with other radio telescopes, such as the Very Large Array, no one, to her knowledge, has tried to paralyze the problem before. People assume this from observations of a type of very low frequency electromagnetic waves. We can detect lightning from another hemisphere, and people understand that there must be plasma tubes guiding the signal, Loy said. It's a very indirect conclusion, and nobody had any idea what these tubes were like. Loy says she was amazed at how many massive tubes were revealed in a 30 inch field by the MWA telescope. There are no plans to use SKA to study the ionosphere, but I hope with the publicity of this project to change that, she said. This is amazing. This is something new. I hope that they'll continue this, because I'm sure there's a lot to find, especially with the electromagnetic field of the Earth. Let's remember that the ancients used to build their temples and pyramids on the ley line junctions, the knobs, and from what we hear from the ancients, the ancient Egyptians, even in ancient Greece, the energy from those ley lines was transmitted to various residences, okay, the whole city. It was able to supply electricity to thousands of people in the city. So what can we do about this? Hopefully we can use this to have what the ancients had as ancient technology. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Thank you. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.